What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, brought to you today by the Russell Street Report, courtesy of DNL Tinting. Go check out dltinting.com for all your window tinting, car detailing needs, located in multiple spots across the Baltimore area. Easy access, dltinting.com. Go check them out, and thank you for sponsoring this episode. Today we are going to be diving into part 2 of the Fix the Offensive Line series, focusing on right tackle and taking a look at the game that Roger Rosengarten, the Ravens' second-round pick, put together. Obviously, we saw some struggles. We took a look at them last week. He came back this week in another rotation with Patrick McCary. He played 18 snaps, 4 run block, 14 pass block. He went out, put up 0 pressures allowed. Looked a little bit better in the run game, albeit still some issues. But it's really the pass pro that we're going to take a look at. And you can't be anything more than pleased, especially when you consider some of the scenarios. He came in at the end of the second quarter when the Ravens were on a drive where it was all true pass sets, going against Max Crosby on every single rep. Now, to be clear, because you guys know me, I'm not here to blow smoke up your asses. I'm going to give you guys the honest story. They definitely gave him some help on that drive. Like, they were giving him chips from the tight ends, from Justice Hill. I think the context there matters. He's going against Max Crosby on every snap. No matter what team in the NFL is playing against Max Crosby, they're going to give their tackle a little bit of help. But as you're going to see as we dive into it, plenty of reps where he had to just go out and hold his own, and I want to get right into it. So let's get going. So here we're going to start. This is, kind of a rep that I think just really sets the tone. This is one of his first reps in pass pro. And before we get into it, actually, let's just look at the scenario. We're in empty. It's a 5-man line. There's no tight end. There's no running back. It's Roger Rosengarten with a 3-tech inside here and Max Crosby. There's very little you can do in a slide protect role here to give Roger Rosengarten help. He has to go against Max Crosby in a one-on-one. Let's see it. And my God, Falele looks bad. My God, what a rep. And he basically, if anyone watched the end of that Chiefs-Bengals game, this is literally the last play where the PI happened and Mahomes rolled out and threw it to Rashee Rice, who got the pass interference. Looked the exact same as this. Thrown across his body. But let's look at Rosengarten. I tweeted this out yesterday, and it can't be any more true. In pass protection, one of the best things an offensive lineman can do to help themselves is get out of their stance. Number 1 rule. Watch Rosengarten. Ball snaps, popped. And you can just see him get out and get vertical. And that is even if, it's a 45-degree starter step here where he's going to fire out. So he's not just, going back and 90-degree stepping. He's going to 45 out to this wide alignment. So he's not just kind of going back, keeping his butt. He's going to get out there, and he's going to get after Max Crosby. And right there, those hands land, and then he's going to be able to stay with him, and he stays with him through the entire rep. As Lamar obviously starts to scramble, Rosengarten's got his back to him, but what he does is he keeps his feet moving, keeps his hands up, keeps pushing. So this rep is purely that first step, just to be able to fire off the ball like that and just get out there, good hands. Doesn't give Max Crosby an opportunity to use his hands against his. He's one of the best at just, double hand swipes, club reps, those sort of things. He just gets out there and just gets after it. Like, just a ballsy rep. I think it was actually his first pass rep of the game, and he goes out there against Max Crosby in an empty set and just gets after him. And it just gets better from there. Just an overall solid game. Here we go again. We got, and having the 3 or 4 tech. This is a 4-eye tech here where he's kind of inside leg. So again, very hard to slide protect out here to give him any sort of help. And then you got the wide alignment here, and Rosengarten is going to boom out of his stance, a little bit more of a 90-degree. He does miss his punch and give up his chest. So again, let's see a different set here. So he's going to go more vertical, more of a 90-degree set rather than 45 and getting out to him. And he's going to let Max Crosby come to him. Now, could have hit the hands better. They hit a little high, and he gives up his chest. But, Max Crosby, one of the best at converting speed to power, and he was able to absorb it enough to not get completely driven back. The only player that really got driven back was Daniel Falele on the inside. And even that wasn't too bad. Obviously, Linderbaum's getting beat there a little bit at the end, but, clean pocket, easy to throw out of. Zay doesn't bring it in. But, again, 90-degree set, getting out. We just need to hit those hands a little bit more flush. That's just going to come with more reps. But again, we're out of our stance quick. Now they're overloading the other side, but 41 and 20 are both showing that they're going to be coming. So Rosengarten's got to get out. And when he gets out, he's got to process what's going to happen in front of him. So he's not going to have to worry about 41. He's going to have to focus here unless everybody else comes, and then he has to look back inside. But as he steps out, again, we're out of our stance quick. He's going to get that help. And this is what I mean. I didn't want to keep these, hide this. He's going to get the help from Justice Hill. And this, happens on these reps where he's just going to chip and then spill out as a check down. But just really what I'm looking at here is how quickly he's out of his stance. Again, look at that. Perfect positioning, locks him up with the help. Not detrimental to, kind of the route combinations. Again, we have wide techs here from the defensive tackles, so we got to get out to Max Crosby. We do have a running back in, but no tight ends, but no help on this play. And enough. This is what Max Crosby does so well. He's going to get that hand out. He's going to try and bait using this inside hand, try and bait his hands. And, I mean, he misses a little bit as right here he dips. And you see, Rosengarten getting down. But what he did is recover pretty well to push him at the back of the pocket. So the only real risk on this play is as that ball's cocked and he's beating him around the edge, this is definitely where he can get after that ball and swat it. I wouldn't say this is a clean rep. But again, we're out of our stance quick. And when we do lose, we're recovering to push out the back of the pocket. We got those hands up. Creates a step-up lane. Unfortunately, Daniel Falele. What happens here with Falele? Why is he looking backwards? He's just looking backwards. Unbelievable. God, he kills me. Yeah, no, I mean, again, we're out of our stance quick. We're firing off the ball. We're going to do it again here. Again, pushing back out the back of the pocket. It protects that inside shoulder, or that outside shoulder, that short corner route. Boom, right there. See that hand placement. And he's just, again, he's able to wall him out and then stay with him so that when Crosby comes back in, and these are important because Lamar will improvise, right? He's still got that space between him. It's not like he had to wash him and then take himself out of the play. He just stays with him the entire time. I think we're still on that same drive. This is how many pass pro plays we're out of this. It's going to protect that inside hand. So I like what happens here. So you got Christian Wilkins on the inside here as a 3-tech. Max Crosby's going to come inside and they're going to get a little stunt action going. Falele is going to pick that up, and Rosengarten is able to pick up a slower wrap from Christian Wilkins, but he's able to read it, process it, get out, get his hands on him. And I like how he came out and got his hands on him because, there were some passive reps from the Ravens O-line last week where guys weren't getting their hands on the other players, on the defenders, and it was just leading to some of those, SWAT down opportunities. So here we go again. This time we got a 4-tech from Christian Wilkins. So now we really got to get out on our horses because they're trying to threaten that inside by mugging the A-gaps. But Rosengarten's got to deal with Crosby and Wilkins on this play. So now we're showing double A-gap mugged by the linebackers. Lamar's going to call a protection call there. And we're just going to get out and read. And there's that, just clear as day. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. Look how quick he is out of his stance. And just that seamless moving ability. Like, it's all good. I think I threw in a couple run plays here just to kind of show a little bit of improvement in the run game. Again, only 4 run block. One of these is actually a screen just to kind of show his movement abilities. And I like this on the on the pin and pull. So what's going to happen here is likely is going to pin down, and then we're going to get pullers behind him. And so what Rosengarten has to do here is he's got to just hit that outside shoulder enough so that Falele can overtake him and then get into that second level. And so you're going to see him just enough to cut off here, and then he's going to aim up for that second level and then, keep working. So just, I don't want to overemphasize. It's not that he was, out there bulldozing guys, but this is the type of thing I think he can do in the run game, in the quick screen game, is that move ability. So you're going to see right here, he's actually going to swim over Max Crosby. The screen's going to go blurry. I had bad quality on this clip. And he doesn't make the block out there. That is his block. He's got to get out there just a little bit quicker. But he has that movement skill that once that connects, that's going to be a pretty nasty play. And then I think we get zoned to the right here. So again, he's got to, put that hand inside, pass it off to Falele, and get into the linebacker. And, I find he's finding his landmarks well. He passes it off there, no issue. And then he's getting out there. This is exactly where we want that leverage point because we want to kind of push him out to the outside. We just don't keep our leverage. And I think that's Voorhees ends up, bulldozing into him. But overall, a lot of positives to take away here. This should be a right tackle the rest of the way out. I would have kept him in after that second quarter drive. I think he showed me everything I wanted to see. I wanted to see a guy that could, go from empty and match up with a guy like Max Crosby, not give, Lamar jump feet, protect Lamar, make sure he's not getting hit, make sure he's not getting sacked. And Rosengarten did just that. I think they're doing a disservice if they're not going to keep playing him because some of these things, especially in the run game, it's mistakes a rookie has to make. But he's not making them in the pass game, which can lead to, those detrimental turnovers, sacks, strip sacks. Obviously, he did have one last week. Look how much he rebounded in just 1 week. That's what I want to see from a rookie. I want to see you get better every single week, learn from your mistakes. Looks like he's done that. He looked a lot more comfortable getting out in his set. They got to start this, man. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And thanks to DNL Tinting for sponsoring this video.